Hello, welcome back to Marta's Planning Mess. This is my week 2 update. I meant to do this yesterday, but I kind of ran out of time. It was a busy day. All right, I'm just going to take you through my 3 main planners, what I've gotten done, if anything's different or changed, or what's working well, that sort of thing. So all of these planners are N2 or weeks size, depending on which brand of planner. I have 2 Hobonichi. I have 1 Hobonichi Weeks and 2 Sterling Ink N2 planners. So let's go ahead and start with my everyday carry, which is a Sterling Ink N2 vertical. Okay, it's also the compact because I'm trying to keep things light and slim, which I'm laughing at myself because though each individual planner is light and slim, when you carry all 3 around, which I often do, then it is no longer light and slim, but I digress. Okay, so I've got this inside of a Hobonichi Weeks cover. It's the Trogan cover, and I got it off of Amazon. They come in other colors, but this fits in here very nicely. I like that it's nylon and it's flexible and lightweight. It has this back pocket here, which works really well for stickers. It has this zipper pocket, which I've got some Post-its in. And then this is a magnet to hold it together. And then it's got this pocket here, credit card type slots, and then this back here. I initially got this thinking I might use it as a wallet with my planner, and it was too bulky. But I really like this for keeping my planner nice. Okay, I have some calendar cards, 2 of them in the front and back of this planner. This is the clear cover that Sterling Ink makes. This one is only available in the forest, and that's not my favorite. So this covers it up, and it's such a pretty design that I'm really enjoying having that as the cover of my planner. Okay. I have not done super well with checking these off, but I'm kind of keeping up with them in my to-do, so it may be something that I back plan and go and say, oh, these are the days I actually accomplished, or weeks that I actually accomplished that goal. I don't know. This may just also be wishful thinking, and I may not do anything with it at all. So there's that. I'm just throwing that out there. January, when it's done, I will pick my picture of the month and put it in here. So right now that's empty. I did take all of my goal stuff from this page and kind of consolidate it and move it over here. I'm going to white this out, and I may use this page for something different. But there's no reason. Everything was on the edges, and these middle ones were empty, and I thought this is silly. So that is a work in progress. I just finished a book today, so I need to, oh no, I haven't finished it, but I'm very close. So I'm going to continue this line through at least here. I'll probably either finish it tonight or tomorrow. I'm enjoying Claudia Gray's series. They are basically Jane Austen whodunits, and I mean, how could you not enjoy my 2 favorite genres mixed? So I'm really enjoying listening to those. Okay. I have been tracking some symptoms. I haven't had a ton of symptoms aside from my gut issues that I'm tracking in more detail other places. So this is kind of empty. This is where I'm putting my my doctor's appointments and birthdays. And I just realized I need to write in the doctor's appointment I went to yesterday, which was OB-GYN. So, and yeah, that's basically that. So every month I've got a place to put in birthdays and appointments because I want to use this as a reference when I'm planning out for next year. So those are all, well, I'll need to set those up. Actually, I'm not setting them up because this book will only last 6 months. So what's the point in setting up those calendars for third and fourth quarter? There's no point. But I probably will go back and reference this. I probably in the next planner that I have, unless I go from something other than Sterling Ink, which is not in the plan at the moment, but should I do something crazy, then I could always use this to track that data. But I may track it in the new planner and then fill this in just so I have a whole year all together. We will see what I fill up to. So I got the sticker subscription, the larger one, and I've been using these. They're just a little bit wider than the edge here, so I just put them on and trim off the edge, but it makes a really nice border for the month. So there's January. My February kit just came, so I've got that one in. And then, of course, the other ones, I'm waiting for those to come. And I'm only going to make it to June in this book. So my sticker subscription will continue. I will continue it through the end of the year, even though it should probably renew in November. But that's okay. I will continue it to the end of the year. That way this planner has all of those marked in it. I don't know if I'll use that in the other planner or how that will go. But anyway, so that's how that's going. Okay, so week 1, this is how I'm using the vertical space. This is some data down here, health and fitness related. Here's my weather data. These lines are my sleep, the actual time I'm asleep. Some of this I do plan other places, but I do like to see this information and how it weaves within the hourly checkoff of my day. So I don't care if it's in both places. Okay. So this is like, I've got a brain dump here, and I've actually tipped in this page from a different planner. These are symptom tracking for my gut related health. And so that's the week before and the next week. These are the 2 weeks I started tracking it. So I've got that in here to reference. This is my running to-do list, and anything that doesn't get checked off gets moved over to the next week. And that's working really well. I'm really liking that. So here is last week. No, this is this week. No, this is last week because we're doing the review of week 2. And so all the things I did, you can see I've got these little dots in here. Those are my gut symptom tracking. And you can kind of see how it fits in the day and what the things I'm up to. I have not filled this data in, but that won't take long to do. I can do that in like 5 minutes. There's my running to-do list from last week. And I started something new, which was, and I'm going to flip over to this week's. You can see these little Post-it notes. They reference a line in here. And so these are like weekly chores, daily chores, and planner chores. So things that I like to keep up with in my planners on a daily basis. A lot of times I can do this while I'm at work because my job can some days be very busy, but very oftentimes I'm bored and run out of things to do. So it's a good time to focus on my planner. And yesterday and today I've been busy with planning a ski trip for the school. So I have not done any of that stuff. I may do some of it tonight before I go to bed. If not, it's stuff that I can back plan pretty easily. So I've got my to-do list here for this week. So that's pretty much everything. So I've got, you can see all of these Post-it notes. I do love my Post-its. I gave myself in this light green one. These are things I've been bed rotting with my phone way too much. And so I was trying to give myself some active things to do when I'm tempted to just relax and bed rot, because there are better things to do with my time than that. So these pink and orange ones are my monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, whatever chores that have to happen throughout the year. And so they're just kind of here as a reminder. When I do it, I check it off and then I move it a month into the future. And so that's kind of what these are. And they're here because some of those things need to happen this week. So this will move week to week, these 2 stickers. This is symptoms reference for when I'm tracking my gut health. So this is this week, and I've got everything in that I'm wanting to do. So that is kind of the update in here. Everything is working the way I am happy with, and so I've gone ahead and marked off some running to-do lists moving forward in the future. Here's something that I do once a month, and I just move to the next location. Here's some money that I'm paying towards a trip for my kids. So again, when I do it, I check it off, write the date, and move it ahead to the next time. So that's kind of how I use these books. Here's another quarterly check off thing that I have for myself. There's another monthly one. So that's kind of how I use this book. And I've got enough for 6 months in here. And then in the back, I've got my journal. So this is like monthly goals. And I will reflect at the end of the month and fill these boxes in on things that worked or didn't work. This is just the vellum that they send you for each month. I've got February's ready, but I haven't glued it in because I'm not sure exactly where I will end with journaling. I'm a little bit behind on journaling, so I need to catch up on that. But I've got a lot of these stickers marked out. So I kind of divided up the back pages over 6 months. There are 120. So that would give me 20 pages a month for journaling and like these kind of threads. So I didn't have enough stickers to even go that far. I may not even go that far this month, but there may be some months where I have more to write. So or more ephemera I want to put in or whatever. So we will deal with that as it comes, but it just kind of helps me. And lastly, this is, I guess I don't really need one for January, but any kind of future things I want to remember, I've given myself a place with a sticky note with that month's name on it to just kind of jot myself a note. I don't know if I'll use this or not, but I saw this in somebody's post and it seemed like a great idea. So that's the everyday carry. That's working quite well and I'm enjoying it. Okay, next most used is my fitness planner. This is my Hobonichi Weeks, and I like it because it's got this beautiful decorated cover, and it's a harder cover than the Sterling ink. It's more of a hard cardboard covered with fabric, so it works well for going in and out of my gym bag. I've gone ahead and filled in my December. I haven't done really anything in January. Well, I guess like the first week. But these, I usually backfill those. That's not a daily thing that I tackle. That's how I turned all my monthly pages. They should look like this, but I've whited them out so they look like this. And I can track sleep logs, sleep score, energy score. These are all the same information that is in my everyday carry in the monthly or the weekly spreads, but this is just in a chart form so I can see a month at a time. So I like to have both views. Okay, in my weekly section is where I am tracking data. That's from December, so I'm going to go find the most recent thing. This is last week. No, this is week 1. So here I fill in my, these are the rings on my watch, that my Samsung smartwatch that I fill in every day. So I've got some stencils, which I've got stored here in the very front, and I fill those in with the 3 colors of ink. I mark over here any strength training I do. This is my cardio, and maybe a little blurb about like why I didn't go. If I didn't, here's why I'm tracking my water. This is for medications. I'm not doing very good at keeping that up. This is where I'm at on the Appalachian Trail. And that's something I kind of backfill in, because it's kind of a pain to do it every day because you have to carry around the little Appalachian Trail book with you. So this I can fill in from last week pretty quickly. But yeah, this is how it's going. I love how this is working really well with my water drinking. So here, that was yesterday. I did not take this today with me to the gym because I had forgotten to put it back in my gym bag. I just got a new gym bag, and it's not like, let's see, this one, I think I got about, well, I got more than half. I'm going to go with, this is 40 ounces. I'm going to go with 25. And I know I had a cup of water when I came home. So you can see this is crazy accurate, but we're going to go with 62 ounces of water. Today I've done 12. I've done a 26. No, it's a 28. I've done 2 28s. So that's really all that I need. But I'm still thirsty, so I will go get myself one more drink and I will record that there. So I'm not sure what I'll end up with today. And I also did my 3 miles at 6.5% incline. So yeah, I'm also figuring out places to put in body fat and those types of measurements, which I keep track of in the back. My back is full of lots of charts. I go over these in other videos. If you're interested in seeing that, I won't waste a lot of time with that now, but that's what the back is for. And this is like where I'm tracking my strength training. So that's how I use this, and that's working really well for me. I really like the new layout I chose for this year. Lastly, this is my second Sterling ink. This is also an N2, but it is a horizontal. And this I am using to track finances. So I won't show you all the stuff in the back because it's just other accounts I keep track of that I don't use as much. But unfortunately, I have no real use for the monthly section as yet. If I come up with one, I'll backfill it. So this is week 1. I just basically put down all the purchases I have every day. Total. This is my balance, my running balance, and the total of the amount I spent. I add that up at the bottom and figure out if I've come within my goal. So it's pretty straightforward. I did not finish week 2 or start anything with this week, but it goes pretty fast. I can sit down with my phone in like 10 minutes and have this filled out. So this is, it's really good for me to look at every single transaction in a way like this, because it's easy to miss things and have fraud show up on your account. And I've had that happen many times. I have several other accounts I keep track of. I don't keep track of them in as much detail, but I still do write down all the transactions, just not as detailed as the other one. So this goes along with me everywhere. The idea was that I could kind of keep track of my receipts in here. I have not done that. So it's not as imperative for it to go over with me, but it is nice to have it. If I suddenly want to keep up with what's going on with my finances, I can pull up my phone, update it, and then I can see a nice bird's eye view of what's going on in my account. So anyway, that's where I'm at with all my little books, and I'm very happy with them. I'm enjoying using the system, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. Have a great day.